Imagine if you could combine Google's largest intelligent model NotebookLM with its number one coding agent AntiGravity. In this video we're gonna do exactly that. Right now most agencies owners waste hours every week researching potential leads and gathering information about them. In this video I'm going to show you exactly how you can connect these two tools for completely $0. And we are building an automated intelligence system that unlocks capabilities we haven't seen before, giving you results better than any manual work could do. Whether you just had a new lead or someone booked a call from you, this system ensures you walk into every meeting like you known this business for years. It's the ultimate strategy for closing high-ticket clients because you understand every single thing about the business that just booked a call or filled out a form. So let's get straight into it. So we're gonna start things off by copying the script I have uploaded to my free school community. The link is in this video description and you can access it completely for free. So once you copy this free prompt, we're gonna go to the Google's AntiGravity. So we're gonna start off things by copying a script I have uploaded to my free school community. You can copy this prompt completely for free. The link is in this video description. And when we are done with that, we're gonna go to the Google's AntiGravity. So if you haven't got AntiGravity already, you can just download it completely for free. It's on Google, and you can start off by making a new document and inserting this first prompt into the AntiGravity. So I just copied and inserted the prompt. And for this example, we're gonna select a cloudy Opus 4.6 model, thinking, and make sure you have selected the planning and not fast thing right here. So planning, and now let's just run this prompt through AntiGravity. So we're gonna start off by inserting this prompt, we just copy it, and on the model section, please select the Cloud Opus 4.6 for this one. Of course, you can also use the Gemini 3.1, but let's just go with Opus this time. And on the planning, you have to choose a conversation model. So it's either planning or it's fast. So go with the planning one, and that's it. You just have to insert and send this prompt. So while it's generating, what we are gonna do exactly, as you know, the AntiGravity has MCPs. So if you click on these three dots, you can click on MCP servers. And as you can see, we have different kind of MCP servers right here. So for example, if you want to connect your database, you can do that here. If you want to connect Stripe, you can also do that here. So for example, if we are using the Supabase is also here, but the Google's NotebookLM is not here. So if we type Google Note, no, you can't find anything similar. Notebook, no, as you can see. So that's why we have to add it manually because it's not right here. And as you can see, I have few servers installed. As you can see, there's Netlify one. It's red because I have changed the API tokens, so it's not working at the moment. We also have Stitch. So as you know, Stitch is the UI designer, and we also have Stripe. So let's go back to the prompt. As you can see, it's generating everything, and I'm gonna get back to you in a second, and I'll show you how you can actually connect the NotebookLM to the AntiGravity. So it's already done. We can just accept it, and as you can see, the Google LM intelligence pipeline. So master instructions and everything is stored right here. This is a very large document. As you can see, we got all the phases, the new lead detected, the phase 1 trigger extract. So Zapier, we're going to connect to Zapier 2, and lead record and everything. Phase 2, research and scrape, notebook LM synthesis, and artifacts and outputs, and delivery notify operator. Okay, so let's start off by saying connect Google Notebook LM MCP. So we're just gonna mention that and it will ask us for an API key. So we also have to get that now. So I just hopped on the Google AI Studio and we're gonna create a new API key. So just click here on create an API key and you can name your key. So for example, let's just create project. Let's name the project web, of course. And now we have to rename the key. So I'm just gonna call it webs and few letters, and let's just create the key. So the key is now live, as you can see right here. So all we have to do is just copy it, and inside AntiGravity, you just have to insert your API key. So just paste it right here and it will configure everything that should be working. So I pasted the key. As you can see, NotebookLM MCP is configured. Here's your updated server lineup, and you'll need to restart AntiGravity or reload the Windows for new MCP to be picked up. So if we go back to the MCP servers, and if we go on manage MCP servers, as you can see, it's not visible, but we have to click on this refresh button right here. And let's wait a bit while it's still refreshing. I got this error calling initialize setting initialize, failed to connect session, session not found. So I just paste this exact error inside the AntiGravity and it will troubleshoot everything itself. So if you have any issues, something is not working correctly, just use this chat and it will solve all the problems for you. You don't need to figure everything out, AI will do it for you. So let's just wait while it's troubleshooting it and I'm gonna get back to you once it's working. And I restarted it and it's now completely working. As you can see, we have the notebook LM inside our MCP servers. And here's the things that the notebook LM could do. So you can ask questions, you can add to notebook, you can list notebooks, you can get notebooks, select and update, and all of these other things. You can search notebooks, you can get library stats, list sessions, and all of the important things. So once it's working, we're gonna go back to the coding agent and we're gonna connect the Zapier integration. So I just went to Zapier MCP. So in Google, I typed Zapier MCP servers and now I'm taken to this window. So as you can see, we can search for the MCP servers right here. So I just hopped on the Zapier MCP servers inside Google. I just type Zapier MCP and here we can add tools. So what your MCP server can do across 8,000 apps, which is what we're gonna do, which is gonna add tools. First tool is the Gmail. So click on Gmail. And now we have to select things we want it to do. So as you can see, there is a ton of different things, but we need to find emails. So we're going to click on find emails and connect. Now we need to add another tool. So which is the Google's Calendar. Let's add Google Calendar and let's click on find events, and we can also calendar information get. We can, let's see. Yeah, so this is the thing we actually just need. This is just to find events. And now let's connect it. So it's connected and let's just add the tool. So we have these two tools. One is for finding the emails and other is for finding the events. So once we have these, we need to connect the AntiGravity with the Zapier. All you need to do is click here on the top connect and you just need to generate the token that you will paste inside the AntiGravity. That's just simple. So I've just done that. I copied all of these things and I pasted them inside the Google's AntiGravity. So I'm gonna get back to you once the Zapier is connected. So I just went ahead and asked AntiGravity if the Zapier is connected and it gave us the answer is it's connected. But if we go to the MCP servers, and we go and manage them, as you can see, we can't find the Zapier. Even though it's working, it's not right here. So we have to hard code it inside the AntiGravity so we don't have to insert it every time. So let's just say, make sure it's inside MCP servers list. That's it. Now it will be hard coded into our AntiGravity and you would be able to see it inside the MCP servers list. That's simple. So basically, if we go on to the MCP servers, we can already see Zapier is inside there and it's doing all of these tasks we required it to do. So as you can see, Gmail find messages and Google Calendar find events. Now everything is set up correctly and we are ready to launch this helper inside the AntiGravity. So let me just show you an example. So here's an example. If we go into Google's calendar, we can see that we have a meeting on Saturday, for example, and it's a plumbing website. Here's the company website link and new and better website. So once we have this inside the Google Calendar, they booked a meeting from us. We go into AntiGravity and just ask to initialize the agency intelligence pipeline for my next book meeting now. Let's just send it to the AntiGravity, and it should be able to see this meeting inside the Google Calendar. And let me read your pipeline instructions and check your calendar for the next meeting. So now it analyzes the whole document we just created at the start. So this is the intelligence pipeline. As you can see, it's huge and it has different phases. So let's just wait a bit. It's now connecting all of the MCP tools from the Zapier to the Google Calendar and analyzing everything autonomously. So Anti-Gravity is searching now using all of the different API keys. As you can see, let me try a border calendar search, looking for all upcoming events without keyword filters, because first time it did not see the event. So I'm just asking to make a broader search and not use some specific keywords. As you can see, it acts as the Google Calendar. Found it. Your next book meeting is with Jonathan Sterling from Sterling Luxury Landscaping tomorrow at 2 p.m. Let me now initialize the full Lighthouse pipeline. So it just found a meeting inside my calendar with the Jonathan Sterling, and now it's initializing all of this data we just gave it earlier. So extracting lead data from calendar event and building lead record. Let me go over a bit the pipeline so you can understand it better, so what it does. So this is the phase one, and objective continuously monitor two Google Workspace event sources and extract structured lead data in instant news prospect when instant new prospect enters the funnel. So it has all of these instructions. And moving on, this phase three, as you can see, is deep research and scraping, build 360-degree intelligence profile of the prospect company, its competitive landscape, and its digital footprint. The phase two is somewhere lost, but I think that's not a problem. But the phase three copy it a few times, but that's fine. There was a phase two, just the number wasn't right. And the phase three is leverage Google's NotebookLM as private per prospect knowledge base to synthesize raw research into actionable sales intelligence documents. Now it has all of these instructions. And moving on is the phase four, which is transform all intelligence artifacts into consumable premium quality deliverables, including an audio script, knowledge quiz, and fully navigable dark mode HTML dashboard. So these were the phases, and all of these are also execution are inside the execution sequence diagram. So newly detected, phase one is trigger, and delete record validated, no. So a manual review alert sent. And if everything is okay, then going on to phase two, research and scrape. Phase three is notebook LM and synthesis. Phase four is artifacts and outputs. And the phase five, or the last phase, is delivery and notify the operator, which is me. So end of the instruction set. And now let's see what it's doing. As you can see, now it's doing the phase two, deep research and competitive analysis. And I'm gonna get back to you once it's done all of those phases. And we're gonna have an insane thing because we will be able to see everything about this new lead. So we can create an amazing website for them, and they would not expect this result from us because we know everything about the business. So the pipeline is complete. As you can see, we got all the phases done. And if we go on the Google, we got a new HTML website for this. So it's Lighthouse Jonathan Sterling Luxury Landscaping. So here's the overview we got. Prospect snapshot. So Jonathan Sterling is the owner of Sterling Landscaping. Hires so just all of the things he's doing. And we got a call countdown. So we can see the call is in 21 hours. And if we go on the research, we can see company profile, everything about the company, digital maturity, so it's low, mobile side not functional, core services, key stakeholders, competitive landscapes. So we even got the competitor analysis. So it's Petrus Landscape, it's Harold Leitner Landscape Architects. This is in Dallas, Texas. This is in San Francisco Bay Area, and we even got one in Philadelphia. So as you can see, we got all the weaknesses of their websites. And if we go on to the strategy, we can see the executive briefing. So pain points, we can see the different pain points and the priority of them. So zero mobile lead conversions, losing high value estate contracts, and all of the other things. No SEO strategy, invisible for luxury landscaping searches. And we have even a recommended approach. We have marketing opportunity gap. We have quick win opportunities. We have the objections battle card. And moving on, we have the podcast. So we can see the 2-minute audio briefing script. And here's a hey quick intel brief before you call with Jonathan Sterling from Sterling Lunch here. So we can see everything written inside here. We can listen to it and we can understand everything by just listening to this podcast. And moving on, we even got a quiz that we can see and submit answers, and we can test ourselves if we understand everything about this company. So this is very insane because you get this overview of as much leads as you get, and you can even change this to your own needs. You can write to just give me competitor analysis, for example, and just give me a very, very deep research and give me a prompt for their website, for example. So you can even do these things. So if a person books a call with you, the AI will do this test and it will give you a prompt with all the analysis done in the backend for their complete website. So when you log in, you got this, for example, landing page, you go onto the prompt section right here, and there will be a full prompt that you can paste inside AntiGravity, and it will create an insane website for them without you even touching anything or analyzing anything. Everything is done in the backend through the Google NotebookLM and Zapier to connect all of these together. So this new workflow is completely insane because you can save hours of work every single day by just implementing this intelligence pipeline inside your AntiGravity. So whenever you get a new lead, you get everything about them in minutes. So this is pretty much insane. So if you want to learn more about getting clients, I also have a main community inside this video description. So feel free to check it out. Maybe you will be interested to getting some clients, and I hope to see you in the next video.